Torpor, welcome in, and congratulations on being officially the fastest thing alive, claiming first in the chat for this stream. I hope you're doing well today. Oh, bollocks. Paint on my fingers already. Hello, Kian, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Sorry, I won't be able to hear any sound-related stuff for a moment, as I have just taken my headphones off so I can put my glasses back on. There we go, and now I can hear sound again. Yeah, I thought that was going to be the case. I was hoping that switching scenes would fix the problem I've got with Facecam. I unplugged it and plugged it in elsewhere.
This is fucking political! Everything's political!
Hello, Cypher, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. But as you can see, there is no Facecam. It does not want to work at all. I'm not really sure what to do about it. I can get Bedcam to work, I think. But Porthos is sat on the chair with me, so... Yeah, see, Bedcam works. But, yeah. Facecam is a no-go, apparently. It should have done, Kian. Hero Quest should have worked.
Hero Quest is the best game ever made, and anyone who says otherwise is wrong.
It works without the exclamation mark, but not with. How very strange. So as you can see, there has been some progress on the rats since last week. I have started the batch painting process. They now all have little pink feet, hands, tails, noses, and ears. This one doesn't have their ears on display, so I need to fix the zoom on this. Every time I have to fix the zoom on this. Let's Oh, come on, OBS. I'm not asking you for much. There we go. Book location received. Oh, neat. I rolled the dice and it came up political. Fabulous. Yeah. So now you can actually see what I was talking about. It looks a bit rough, but the way I'm looking at it is this is the first time I've ever done batch painting, and more importantly, it's going to look worse before it looks better. As we add colours on, as we add details and texture, it's going to look better. But for now, it's just going to look a bit weird. And from what I understand, that's kind of how batch painting goes. I'm sorry, I know you can't see anything because the face cam's not working, but Porthos is... Hang on. I'm going to regret doing this, I'm sure. And now he moves. Now there's a camera trained on him. Are you camera shy? Are you? Don't want people to see what you're doing? Can I put my arm down then? Yeah? That face. Oh, that made the camera very loose. Shouldn't have done that. It was worth it. You folks got to see Porthos. There we go. Torpor, thank you for the treat for P. Oh yeah, he wants this. Ready? Hopefully the microphone picked up the crunches there. It's always better when it does. Okay, so pink fleshy bit's done. My phone disconnected from the Wi-Fi for a second. The power of Porthos's crunch. He disconnected your Wi-Fi from Scotland. Okay, so fleshy parts done. My next step is furry parts. So for some of them, that's just going to be the arms, as you can see with this fellow, who is very well dressed. Some of them, it's going to be a little bit more than just the arms. It's going to be bits of their face, bits of their legs. But that's the plan for today. And I'm planning as well on not having them all be the exact same colour, because Rattos generally aren't all the exact same colour. So we're going to get a few interesting bits and bobs out of the paint drawer. Hey, Ruby! Welcome on in. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community today. I hope you're doing well. I'm really sorry, everyone. I don't have face cam. I unplugged the camera to plug it into a different USB port and broke everything not long before the stream. So you've got, like, just a blank space in the corner. How was your stream? What were you up to? And for anybody that's not been here before, hello! My name is Hobbytan. I'm a variety streamer based in Scotland. My pronouns are they, them. And today we are working on the Skaven Vanguard box set, which is a commission piece I am doing for a friend. Jotun, welcome on in. And thank you for the follow as well. Oh heck. Many things for Chibitan to deal with there. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. And Ruby, if you need to raid and rest, by all means do. It's important to get your rest and relaxation in after a long stream. Same goes for anyone that's coming with the raid that needs a bit of a break. Feel free to take a seat in the Lurkers Lounge. Or not, if you'd prefer to stick around. Working on custom Hellblasters. Oh, that's really cool. Very cool. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll have some sort of blue-grey Rattos. We'll have some lighter brown Rattos, which I'm gonna, just gonna get paint all over that. Which I'm gonna do with a bit of Rack flesh and, with a bit of Rakarth flesh, sorry, and probably a little bit of Gorthor. The blue-grey ones we'll do with some Fenrisian grey and some spaceship exterior. Maybe a little touch of black in there as well. Yeah, I think we'll have a little touch of black in there just to make it a little bit greyer. Oh, did they rock it? Damn. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Also, hello, I'm livid. Oh dear. I bet. You're really into your empire, so that must have been quite a blow. Yeah. Okay, so I think the best thing to do is probably to just get started. Oh, if anybody wants to know how I did the rat tail colour, it is... Where is that bottle? It's not that one. It was 1 drop of pink horror into, I think it was, ow, thanks Porthos, into 2 drops of elfic flesh, Vallejo. Because that pink horror is super pigmented. Rather sculpt the fur on all these space wolves. Oh wow, okay. Best of luck. We also want some darker brown ones, which I'll do with dryad bark and a little bit of Gorthor. Porthos, do you want to get down, sweetheart? Hang on a minute. Do you want to meet the new people in chat first? So because Facecam is broken, you also don't get to see this beautiful boy. This is Porthos. It's a little bit blurry at the moment because the camera's set up for painting the minis, not for showing off the dog. But yeah, I broke my Facecam, so this is Porthos. He is very clingy, as you can tell by the fact that he is taking up most of my chair. And keeps headbutting me and kicking me. Because he wants all of the attention. Yeah. Do you want to get down, sweet pea? Caption's got his name right for once. They are starting to figure out how I speak, finally. Which is nice. Because like they even referred to Prime Bee as Prime Bee the other day. As a whole thing instead of what it's done this time. Oh well, it was nice while it lasted. Hello, Tidders, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Okay, so let's start with the paler rats and work our way up to the darker rats, I think. So we'll put those over there for now because we don't need them. We'll put a little bit of whole black over here. Boop, because we don't need much of that. Do you want to get down? No, you just wanted attention. Okay, okay. So I'll have a bit of Fenrisian Grey, which I'm just going to quickly shake because I don't use this one very often. So please enjoy the paint shaking ASMR. A little bit of my stim rings in there as well. Hello, Cyborg. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. My colour placement on my palette is lazy at best. I have a tiny little bit of spaceship exterior as well. Doesn't help that I've got the paint from a different project on here and I just didn't want to waste time with setting up a fresh sheet. Okay, so we've got 21 rats here. I beat the Rebel campaign of Empire at War today. Fuck you, Palpatine. Nicely done, Rocket. Well done. I love the caption, super inclusive. Oh, thank you, Ruby. That's exactly what they're here for. I wanted this to be as much of an inclusive space as possible, not just for the absolutely wonderful, diverse LGBTQ plus community that we have. We do have a full complement of pronouns available for those that want to use them, and several of our commands do use the pronouns plugin that you can use with Twitch to better phrase things depending on who's actually redeemed the command. But I also wanted the folks that maybe can't listen in but want to watch to be able to enjoy the streams just as much as anyone else. And I know the captions don't always get what I say quite right, but I think it at least gives people a better chance at understanding what's going off. Oh, the dog has gone to sleep and is slowly pushing me off of my chair. Okay, we've got... Right, what was I doing? That's what I was doing. 21 rats. Okay, we've got 21 rats and we've got... 1, 2, 3 different ways to paint them. I know what I'm doing with this guy. He's getting pale fur. Is that a 21 Pilots Skaven cover band? Bravo. I was thinking that. You made the joke. Bravo. He's claiming this chair like he's from the 18th century. He fucking is as well. So of the 20, just little rats we've got. I'm gonna just randomly assign them to a pile, and they'll get fur based on the pile they're in. There we go. Oops. 3 piles of rats. We'll start with the big guy. Porthos, please stop fidgeting. So I'm going to take some of the Fenrisian Grey. Just pop it over here. I love the fact that there's paint on this palette that has been there for 2-3 months that's still wet. Lack of thumbs is why you can't plant a flag. I'm sure he'd try. There's plenty of other things you can plant instead. Okay, that's way too much black. There we go, that's better. A little bit of spaceship exterior. I suppose we could do, like, actual grey rats as well as... Oh, Porthos! Settle down. Or get down. Do you want to get down? Go on then. Bye-bye. And the dog is gone. So part of my problem when it comes to batch painting, I think, is that I'm really finicky about how the colours look. So I spend ages mixing the colour up just the way I want it. And then I don't mix enough of it, and I have to mix more. And then I spend ages trying to make it match, and I've just put my arm in my shields. There we go. Put those over there. Okay. Big guy face painting time. That's exactly what I wanted it to be. Perfect. Still got quite a lot of the blue in it, but it's not too bad. So what I'm going to do, especially with this guy, because he's an older ratto, is he's going to have more of his sort of snout on display. I'll have to put a little bit more of the rat tail pink back on there later. But that's okay, because I want it to be kind of patchy. And this is just, this is all going to be just like base coats to begin with, and then we'll go back in and do detailing. Sort of a last port of call. A lot of the detailing, because of the amount of rats I've got to paint, is going to be just washes. But washes and inks doesn't mean it's bad or boring. It's not what I normally do, but I normally only paint 1 miniature over the course of a month, so this is considerable departure from what I'm used to. Also, all the colours that I'm using are based on research I've done into what actual rats look like. I'm sure nobody here is surprised by that turn of events. Oh, and be proud of me, chat. I'm not using the psycho. Look at me being a grown-up. Still weird going from 2 minis a month to the amount that I have, yeah. This is literally my first time ever batch painting, and I was expecting it to be quicker than it is, but I suppose, and I was talking to Wib about this yesterday, I suppose it doesn't feel quicker, but I'm getting more done. So, yeah, I haven't made anywhere near as much progress as I was expecting to on any one miniature in this batch. But this time next week, I might have 10, heck, even all 21 of them finished. No worries at all, Ruby. Thank you again for the raid. Oh, good choice, Jotun. Magnum Bullets is a great track. And I will take a look at the pictures later, Ruby. But yeah, I thank you again for the raid, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and get some good rest under you. Yeah, I've got a synthwave playlist running at the moment, but if folks want to request stuff that isn't part of that, feel free to. Frankly, I was listening to synthwave all day because I've had a slamming migraine all day. And synthwave is just chill enough that I can still work to it without just like falling asleep. You are in the right place, Justin. A lot of my actual stream layout and everything is very heavily influenced by my love of synthwave. Now, the one downside to me having assembled all of these miniatures prior to painting them is that painting the sides of their faces where they've got their arms raised is actually quite difficult. Who'd have thought, eh? But it's okay. We can do it. Also, if anyone in chat who isn't a VIP or a mod attempts to request more than 3 tracks, Chibitan will say no, but we have very lovely mods and very lovely VIPs who I'm sure will assist you in getting your request into the queue. Oh yeah, anyone that's not seen on the Discord already, I am very hyped for Friday's stream. It is Monkey Island Sea of Thieves update release day tomorrow. And Longfang has agreed to join me for a stream. Wib has also expressed an interest, but there's a possibility that he may also be busy, so I'm very much seeing Wib's attendance as a maybe. But we're gonna do some sailing for adventure on the Big Blue Wet thing. Do some missions for everybody's favourite Mighty Pirate TM, Guybrush Threepwood. And yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's going to be fun. I always have a good time Sea of Thievesing with Longfang. And that rings true with Wib as well, for the occasions that I've Sea of Thieved with him. They are good beans. Hello, Soup. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. So this guy is going to get a white dry brush over his fur. as he is the most senior member of our little retinue. Yes, I said it. Yeah, I deserved that.
You serious?
I'll sort that out for you, Cypher. If I can. I take it it's heaven to hell that you were after there by the tiger lilies. Oh no, because that already went in. What were you after? How do you tell when it's a dad joke? When the punchline becomes apparent? Ah, that's brilliant. Well done. Bravo. We can keep you. Oh, okay, so it is the right. Oh, that's weird. Did somebody else put it in for you? Ah, is that what you requested, Torpor? It must be. Thank you, Torpor, for sorting that out. Saved me a job. Just hadn't realised until it was too late. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, if anybody's wondering about me not thinning my paints out, by the way, mostly for the newcomers, because the rest of you have heard this 1,000 times already. My paints are all pre-thinned. I put all my Citadel paints in dropper bottles and mix them with a little bit of Liquitex paint thinner. So they go on nice and smooth, we don't lose any of the pigment. Yeah, thank you, Torpor. Also, I have a painting handle that I'm not using, because I don't know why I'm not using it, actually, because I spend ages on each miniature, even though I'm batch painting anyway, so... It was a bit of a problem when I was doing the feet, because I needed to get the edges in. But for this bit... Got a little bit on the sleeve there, but that's fine, because the clothes are going to get painted later, so... Hello, Primeby. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Okay. Another thing that I intend to do with all of the Rattos once we've got their fur sorted is give their hands and certain other bits, like just around the edges of the ears and stuff, a wash in a matching sort of shade to the shade of their fur, so that it looks a little bit more rat-like, frankly. Because another bit of my rat research, it basically looks like on their feet and there's a gradient of fur. So you go from no fur on the ears to like a little bit of fur. So it's like a slightly, for this one, it'd be a slightly grayed out version of the skin tone. Okay. This one's going to be a little easier because they've got a face covering on. So there's slightly less to paint. Buff, thank you so much for being subscribed for 20 months. Yeah, nearly 2 years. Hot damn.
Buff Grinch 123 has been a sub for 20 months.
Got a little
Very
bit of leggy
naughty,
on show
nearly
there.
2 years.
So I'm sorry if you can hear banging in the background, by the way. I think one of our neighbours is doing some DIY. And as if they're answering my statement there, they bang more. They really like the wall. Yeah, maybe. I'm doing good, thank you, Buff. I'm a bit tired. It's been a weird day and a long week. I'm looking forward to my colleague being back from holiday. It's like a little bit on the inside of the leg that's not taking the paint. There we go. I was gonna keep going at it until it accepted the paint there. Going on the first family holiday next week. Oh, fantastic. I hope you have an amazing time. The nice thing about batch painting something like this, where you're not painting armor, frankly, is that if I do have to mix up more paint for fur, it doesn't have to be exactly the same color. Like even on the same creature, fur or hair isn't gonna necessarily be the same color all the way around. Same goes for skin as well, to be honest with you.
Get nice and moist for me.
Hello, Hans. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. And Buff, thank you very much for the hydrate. Cheers. I don't know how much of these arms are going to be covered by the shields when they're actually on, but I'd rather paint them and you know, not have areas that are just primed and not painted on display. Like I said before, I may be doing this for a friend rather than as a proper commission, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to do it properly. I'm not going to slack off just because I ain't getting paid for it. Ah, yes, this was part of the reason I was avoiding using the painting handle. Good job he's not ticklish, eh? Good tickle. Went out, picked up some magnets so I can magnetize my Lehman Russ army for 10th edition. Nice! Love to hear it. Porthos, what are you doing under my desk, baby? There's nothing under there for you. There's not even snacks under there. All the snacks are over this side. Don't know why he's so obsessed with being under my desk next to my computer. I wouldn't mind so much, but he's not really small enough to fit under there safely. It's his cable fort. That's one way to describe it. I really need to get better at cable management. I'm just too lazy for it. Does Porthos want control of the power button? I hope not. Computer will always be switched off if that's the case. This is the thing that stops him from getting cuddles during the day. And at night. Have you tried getting him a box, though he's not a cat? Well, to be fair, he likes sitting in the chair that I'm currently sat in. And what I would like to do at some point in the future is take the like wheels off of it and put little legs on it, like half height legs, and then replace his bed that he doesn't sleep on with it, so that he's got a little chair of his own. I don't know if he'd use it once I'd done that, but I want to try. Trying to make this so you folks can see what I'm doing is really difficult. His arm's in the way. I guess he's camera shy. Trying not to get too much on the helmet. I was actually listening to this right before the stream started as well. He probably won't use it because he strikes me as a little fuzzy contrarian. He really is Soup. You have hit the nail on the head there. There it goes. Yep. Buff, thank you for the treat for me. I will deal with that as soon as I have finished painting this Ratto's face, if you don't mind. I'm just like, ooh, I'm making progress, I want to carry on.
Get nice and moist for me, won't you?
Thank you for the hydrate as well. Thank you, Cypher. There we go. Jackal's Howl, thank you very much for the follow. I didn't hear a follow notification then. Did one pop up? Like on the screen? Because it did go off. Okay, so it's just my audio being fucky. Cool. Good to know. I think it overlapped with the hydrate. Ah, okay. Maybe. And with them both being through Streamer Bar. I mean, it's supposed to prioritize stuff in a queue, but maybe I've not set the queue up correctly for sound commands. Genuinely really proud of myself for just using the fine detail brush and not defaulting to my comfort brush at the first sight of something extremely fine detail. There we go. Got a little patch on the shoulder there that I've missed, so I'll do that and then I'll deal with that treat redeem. Okay? I haven't forgotten, is what I'm saying. I'll do the hydrate as well. There we go. Okay. Uno hydrate. Thank you. And the treat for me will be... Let's find out, shall we? A straub. Thank you. And thank you for the treat for Porthos as well. Who is, would you believe it, on his bed. No worries at all, Kian. Enjoy your food. I feel a little bit better now there's something in the camera window. Even if it is just a dog's butt. That straw was really nice. Like, nicer than I expected it to be. I guess I needed the sugar. Actually, I'm just gonna... Yeah. Lovely. Hello, Porthos. Behold, Porthos, as he leaves. Hey, Panda, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Working on a giant dragon is huge. Awesome. I hope it's going well. You know what? I might go a little bit ham on the brassiere. And do an extra layer of pigmentation for the fur. Give them the kind of vibe of not just aging but greying. So there's like little hints of their old fur colour there. It is making progress. Hey, progress is progress. We love to hear it. Every day's a good day when you paint, as the late great Bob Ross said. And I've seen the stuff that you do, Panda. So I know it's going to be fab when it's done. Just move my thumb out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Dragons are usually huge and take time, coming from somebody who knows their dragons. Because keyboards are small and prone to errors. Yes, very true. Want to add some variation in the scales. Oh, awesome. I love stuff like that. Daft as it may sound, I like to go for realism when it comes to things like that. Bit of variation in the scales. Or in the fur. Flowers not being perfect, you know, things like that. Because nothing in this world is perfect. Anytime anything is perfect. Pot and True Survivor. That is a very good question. Who wants to own up to that one? Good question, Cypher. And as Tids points out, there's quite a few. Some of them are even, you know, legitimate businesses that don't exploit their staff. Or partake in nefarious deeds. I like the idea that dragons are able to breathe fire due to an organ that creates liquid that combusts when mixed with the air. Yeah, I like that as well. Don't look now, everyone. But this Skaven is showing. Thigh. Scandalous. The slag. Yes, this Ratto definitely has their visor half down, for anyone that saw that meme going around on Twitter. The Three Knights States meme is so good. For anyone that's not seen it, I don't have a quick access link to it, but it's basically visor all the way down, mysterious. Visor all the way up, handsome. Visor halfway down so it's covering the eyes and the nose, slut. And I love it. It's great. Hey, Sinister, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Bring me my fainting couch. Okay, that's a knee pad. By the looks. Yeah, it's a knee pad. Okay. So, only showing thigh on one side. Even more scandalous. Oh, we got a lump. There we go. I overwatered that. Put a little bit of water in it just to loosen it up on the palette, and my little bit was too much. That's fine. We have something we can do about that. There we go. That should be better now. There we go. Going on much better. Ran out of Nerf darts to shoot at the eldest. This is the worst possible timeline cipher. Were you just, having fun shooting Nerf darts at the eldest, or is it a thing that you do when they're doing something in particular? Is it like a corrective measure? Doesn't put the toilet seat down? Nerf dart. Doesn't do the dishes when they're supposed to? Nerf dart. That kind of thing. I presume this is how parenting works. I don't have kids. And that is not going to change. Much to the dismay of my grandmother. I already have one needy baby in my life. And he has 4 legs and no idea what he's doing. Exactly, Torpor. I like how he's managed yet again to deftly avoid the camera. Oh, no. Too far. There we go. Look, one of us has got to look pretty for chat. And it's not going to be me. Oh, he knows what he's doing. Yes, he does. He's very, very good at avoiding the camera unless he wants treats. Okay, I think we're good there. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat on a painting handle. I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys look like when they're done. I'm hoping I do a good job and that my friend is happy with them. I'm gonna have my work cut out for me though, because I'm painting these so that he will play Warhammer with me. But I haven't built and painted my own Warhammer army yet. So it will be a... One of us turns up with a fully assembled and painted army, and the other one turns up with some trees with no arms. Unfortunately, you cannot have an entirely squig army in current editions of 40k of AoS. Squigpocalypse is no longer legal, and I don't currently have access to my squigs. If anybody was wondering why it is they've not seen my favourite thing in the entirety of GW's history anywhere on my streams since I moved house, it's because my squigs are still safely stored in a box from when we moved house, because I have nowhere to put them. The two cabinets that I kept all my squigs in had to stay behind because they would not have survived the move, and due to circumstances beyond my control, I don't currently have anywhere to put new cabinets and can't technically afford new cabinets. So until I can resolve those two issues, you probably won't see any squigs on the stream. I do want to get back to squigs because I've got a long list of your old Zogwart's curse requests that I need to make good on, but I don't want to put them at risk of getting damaged. I'm sure you folks can understand that. And the thing about my actual AoS army, which is Sylvaneth, is that I have just enough of them to fit in one of the skirmish cases I have. And the thing that's currently in the skirmish case can quite easily go and live in one of the other cases when it's not being used. Whereas my squig collection is so offensively large that it needs an entire display cabinet with extra shelves added into it to actually be stored. And even then, they're all crammed onto the shelves. So that's a thing. I have a problem. I know I have a problem. And the first step is admitting to it, right? On the plus side, I've got all of the classic squigs now. I've got all of the original squigs. And other than a couple of staff-only minis from the 90s, I have all of the 90s squigs as well. First step, an entire cure is admitting it and then continuing to fuel it. Yes, exactly. I do miss my little squigs, though. Like, I miss being able to just look over my shoulder whilst I'm painting and look at them. There's no space in here for a cabinet, though. I have had some thoughts on how I can sort of decrease the amount of crap I've got in here to maybe make space for a cabinet later down the line. But I've got to preferably sell some stuff first. Oh, we got another lump. How much of your vertical space are you using? So the wall behind my computer has all of my art on it, like my art prints and stuff, and my degree. Because I didn't really want shelves on that wall, because of what's on the other side of the wall, and because my computer's right underneath it, so if anything fell, everything would get broken. But the wall behind me is literally floor to ceiling with shelving of different varieties. Wall to my right is a window and a radiator, so can't do anything with that. Wall to my left is actually just a big cupboard. So I'm using all of the space in there for storage as well. So in answer to your question, all of it. It's a smaller room than the room I was in before. Well, it's not. It's actually slightly bigger, but because of the way it's laid out, it's not really as spacious for the things that I already had in terms of furniture, so I'd have to get all new furniture to make it really work. But it's fine. I'll figure it out. Like I said, I've got some ideas. One of the ideas is just getting rid of some of the crafting stuff that I've got. Because I've had a lot of hobbies over the years. There's a reason this is my username. And I don't use a lot of that stuff. So maybe it's time to let it go to a home where it's going to get used. And once that's all cleared out of the way, that'll give me a nice little bit of storage space that I can keep my shelf of potential in. And then I can look at putting a cabinet where the shelf of potential used to be. Does anyone know why sometimes using black spray coat causes lumps? Ooh, no, I do not. I'm back in my cave. The safest place to be. Yes, that's exactly right, Hans. That's exactly right. Okay. That is that ratto almost done. Got a little bit just here. Okay, that's that ratto done. Moisture. How do I avoid it then? Ah, yeah, that's... Might have been stored a bit too cold. Ooh, that's a good shout. I need to paint my mechs of potential. Yes, you do, and you need to send us pictures on the Discord when they're done. Or when you're painting them, like, it doesn't have to be just when they're done. We like seeing in progress too. Heck knows you've seen enough of my in-progress stuff. Okie dokie buff. I hope you managed to get everything that you want from the shops. No, we don't need more paint, we need more mixed paint. Silly me. Just about to put a load more Fenrisian Grey on the palette. Got exactly what we need here. The more times I have to mix the colour, the quicker I get the recipe right, which is nice. See? And I am finding, like, the more batch painting I'm doing, even though it's only the same minis as it was when I was painting the tails, the quicker I get through stuff. Like, how long have we been live now? An hour. So it took me 4 hours to paint the hands, feet, ears, noses, and tails of every rat yesterday. And that was without, you know, having to look away to do anything. That was just me sitting there. Occasionally mixing paint up and then applying it to rattos. Hello, Senna, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Ah, that one I definitely heard. Nikki, thank you so much for being subscribed for 25 months.
Nikki
2 years
Gothbunner
and
has
1
been
month.
a sub for 25
Holy heck.
months. Very
I hope
naughty.
you're doing well today, sweetheart. Welcome in. Seriously, seeing the big numbers come up for people being subbed, I don't think about how long I've been streaming until I think about how long I've been streaming, you know? And I see the big numbers come up and I'm just like, holy shit, I've not been streaming that long. And then I have a moment of, they've been watching me for that long. Wow, that's great. They keep coming back. I really do appreciate it.
Now all these fucking Zoomers are telling me that I'm out of touch.
Yeah, I am feeling old. I'm feeling stream old, though, rather than just Tids has asked what something is and I've crumbled to dust live on air again. Worst thing is when Tidders does it, it usually knows what the thing it's asking about is, and just does it to make me feel old. This song has been stalking me today. Oh, really? How so? Has it just been playing wherever you've been? I had that with a Janelle Monáe song this time last year. It's entirely to be a gremlin. Yes, yes it is. And we wouldn't have you any other way, you little shit. Oh, I need to test something. Fuck. Shit. Bugger. Okay, no, it didn't actually understand what I said when I said bugger, so... No, there we go! So, I always like to check whether the captions have decided that I'm swearing or not. If anyone can explain to me why it is that the captions only see bugger as being a swear word. No buggery for us. No, apparently not. Yeah, it will let me say anything else. Well, shite. Oh, except for shite. Anybody can be buggered, Cypher. Let me test. Fuck. Yep, see? It lets me say fuck. What about Bugman? Bugman. Nope, Bugman's okay. Yes, he is Rocket. Buggeration? Let's try that again. Buggeration. Nope, it just changes it to something else. Yeah, it's weird. Apart from hedgehogs. Well, yeah, this is even a song about that. This is very true. What prude-ass wank is this? Okay, wank is apparently also a swear word. It's fun to test the limits of the caption swear word filter. It won't even let me turn it off. Like, dude, I'm a potty mouth. What do you expect people to read? I'm pretty sure that's not what you were aiming for, is it, Jotun? I don't know if that's on Spotify, actually. I think I know what it's from. There's Queen of Mars. No, I'm afraid the thing you are asking for is not available on Spotify. I do need to get the song request bot moved over to YouTube. It's just finding the time to sit down and learn how the YouTube API works and learn how to push it from YouTube to a desktop media player. Actually, I have a thought. Okay. I may be able to offer you... I can offer you an alternative. Then again, the thing it put in is from the same playlist, from the same album. So maybe it'll work as an alternative. Yes, Prime B. Yes, I would. Where does it push the YouTube stuff to? Out of interest. I take that back. I learned about one last night from late WCW. Best sign I ever saw at a wrestling show was Roman Reigns as a wank pheasant. Oh my god, that's amazing, Senna. I love that. What a phrase. Goldberg eats corn on the cob the long way. Oh my god. No, I don't need that thought. That's a mental image I do not want in my life. For this, it just local caches it, then FFmpeg to pipe it to Discord audio stream. Awesome, okay. I can work with that. So, from what I understand, all I need is No. All I need is Mothra. Thank you, Cypher. All I need is the actual link to the media itself on the page. Because what I intend to do is have it load the link into VLC Media Player. I'm just gonna, that's supposed to be pink, but I'm gonna paint it grey. Fine. We can put some more pink on it later. It's also not got any pink on his heel there. I think it's doable, Prime, because I did some reading into how VLC works. It's gonna require some command line fuckery from me, but I don't mind that. Okay. Seeing as we're fixing that, we'll fix this as well. YouTube does expose its search engine via API. Yes, it does. That's better. Got a little bit of grey needed here. But yeah, I had the documentation up and everything, like a month ago. I just didn't have the mental fortitude at the time to sit down and give things a go. I mean, the easy solution is to just use Nightbot, but then I have to have another bot. And I don't have control if it goes down. Which might seem like a silly reason to want to try and build my own from scratch, but fellow streamers that use bots in chat will probably appreciate where I'm coming from. I could use the Stream Elements one, but I'm trying to move away from Stream Elements completely because it's been so flaky lately. And because it says mean things to titters. And we can't abide that. The eldest coded a calculator because he was bored. That's amazing. I love it. I miss having the energy and the time to code things because I'm bored. But then again, I have so many other things to do now. Yeah, it does sound like you've got a bit of a coding genius on your hands there, if that's what he's doing just because he's bored. Stream Elements. Go. Okay, I think... Oh, we just got the face to do now. Put them back on the base. So we may only get the grey ones done during the stream. I'm probably going to carry on off stream. Like, have some dinner and then come back and paint some more until it's bedtime. Because I want to try and get these done before the end of the month. I'm sure it won't be an absolute travesty if I don't get them done by the end of the month. But that is the deadline that I imposed on myself. So I want to try and honour that. You know what, even just having their fur painted in makes it feel like I've made so much more progress. There's still so much left to do on them. But you know, they look like they're getting somewhere. Okay, let's take a big loop of that because still got a few to paint. Oop. A little bit of white. There we go. Hello, Steen. Welcome in. Oh wow, they're looking great. Oh, bless you. Thank you very much. I've barely done anything to them yet. There's so much left to do. Oh, no worries at all, Cypher. You take care. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Ooh, somebody managed to get away without their nose getting painted. You know what that means? Robin's egg to navy to purple to green. And no one will ever know from a distance, but damn it, I like him. That's the important thing, Panda. Like, there's a lot of times when I'll say things like, no one's going to be able to see this, but I'll know. And you know what? That's all that really matters. If you're happy with what you've done, it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. Bollocks to them. At the end of the day, unless you're doing commission work, you're doing this for you. Probably an easier way of holding the handle so that I could do this, but this was what came to mind quickest. Welcome back, Kian. Did you enjoy your food? To be a trainer briefly, Amtrak have shown off their upgrade new service plan, and oh boy, is it a biggie. Oh, really, Primbles? Very interesting. I'm not a train person, but I wholeheartedly support anybody that gets excited about anything like that, really. So I'm glad you're happy. Trains are nice. But to be fair, trains, trams, things like that, they're very cool. They are very cool. Both big ones and miniature ones. It's just not a thing that I get, like, super hyped about. But that's fine. I have my own things to get super hyped about. Like Tokusatsu. And a little pink snoot. Public transportation is important. It is! It's exceedingly important. For one, I rely on it. Because I don't drive. I wish people cared more about public transport in the UK. Frankly. A little bit of the id that got missed there, so we'll just try and catch that in. I saw a little bit on the tail as well, so we'll catch that in too. Probably got bumped. Okay. Alright, I think this one's ready to join the queue. Yep. 3 grey rats remain. What does it say about me that Sweeney Todd is one of my favourite musicals? About the same that it says about me that Little Shop of Horrors is one of mine. You have an interest in darker, more horror content? Sweeney Todd is awesome, yeah. It's a fantastic musical. And it's about a history thing. Who doesn't love that? One step towards breaking car dependency. Exactly, Buff. Sorry, I'm not keeping up with chat very well. I am focusing on getting stuff painted. I hope you don't mind. Also, I'm really getting into this whole batch painting thing now. I've never done this before. It turns out it's not so bad. Came up with the idea for a Resi musical once. Really? I would love that. Oh god, I want a Big Mac now. Who put this in the queue? Need to behave myself and not order more takeout. We both have a love of the macabre. We do, exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, two of the things on my wall are anatomical drawings. One of them is an anatomical drawing of a bat. The other one is an anatomical drawing, there we go, 15th times the charm, of a death's head hawk moth. The macabre is fun. It is. It very much is. Horror content and more macabre content gives us not only an outlet, but a safe place to explore fears, thoughts on more complicated topics, shall we say. And we've always got that safety net that we can just step away from it at any time. Hello, Marzu, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Anatomical drawings are nice. They are. The bat one that I've got is a vampire bat. Slow got me that. When we went to I forget which science museum it was. One of the science museums. And that was for our anniversary. Some years back. Love all bats, they are cuties. I agree. A lot of people are scared of them. But they're just like flying mices to me. And I love mice. Mice, rats. Rodentia in general. I think they're fab. Including the ones in chat.
Diponda shared. X2.
Bumblebee
Anyone
bats
who
fucking
doesn't believe
adorable.
me should look up bumblebee bats.
Thank you for the bits as well, Panda. Bats are sky puppies? Yes, they are. A lot of the fear of creatures like bats, and especially sharks, is because of movies, in all honesty. In the same way that Tim Curry is responsible for probably about 80% of the coulrophobes in the world at this point. Bats and sharks and bears as well get a really bad rep in movies. Bats are basically winged mice, yeah, exactly. There's a wonderful little poem about that exact thought. If I ever remember, I'll fish it out and read it on stream at some point. That poetry book I've got is absolutely full of amazing macabre poems. Bears don't want to be around humans, they're just hungry. Yeah, exactly. And sharks are the same. Sharks will not smell blood in the water and come straight for you. It's not how it works. Some sharks, depending on the species, might see you paddling about and go, "Oh, is that a seal?" Then they'll get closer and go, "That's not a seal. Oh, I wonder what it is." And they might bump you to just try and investigate you a little bit, because that's what sharks do to investigate things. But the likelihood of a shark eating you is minimal. There's a reason they say you're more likely to get killed by a falling coconut than you are a shark. They might take a bite, but no more than that. We taste shy. And that's only specific breeds of sharks as well, because most sharks are really picky eaters. They're very much a, I'm gonna stay in my lane when it comes to food kind of creature. A is for Abel, who fell down the stairs. B is for Basil, assaulted by bears. Love it, Torpor. Oh, Ruby Galaxy Art. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome on in. Years ago, a tiny bat flew into my room and out into the hallway. My family kept looking for it, but it was stealthily hid on a lacquer art piece. We safely picked him up and released him. He was a cutie. Probably a pipistrel based on what you've just said. One of my mum's cats once brought a pipistrel into the house during the daylight hours, and we phoned the I think they're called the Society for the Protection of Bats, and got some advice on what to do with our little bat friend. So they ended up in a shoebox with a clean, I hasten to point out, ashtray with some water in it. And we put some nice fleece on the bottom of the box. Made sure it had got some little air holes in it. And we popped them in the box with the water and left them there until nightfall, and then we released them. It was very cute. And thankfully, the cat in question had not bothered to do anything other than catch this present for my mother. So it was perfectly fine. And she never did it again. With most bears, you should be careful and keep distance, but polar bears will hunt you. Yeah, so polar bears have a very different behaviour set, purely because, you know, their environment warrants it. That is the perfect laugh track for what you said there, Rocket. There we go. Polar bears want food, they aren't fussy about how it tastes, yeah. Bears in national parks in America have sort of gotten used to the fact that there are humans about and learned that if they do certain things, they might get food out of it. Which is why you see a lot of, like, clips and videos of bears out in the semi-wild, I want to say. You know what I mean. Like, doing adorable things like queuing at a food truck or whatever. Because they've watched the humans do it, know that food comes out of that window, and think if they do the same thing the human does, they might get some food out of it. And then there's the ones that just go into gas stations and steal food. Black and brown bears are also semi-scavengers. Yes, they are. But yeah, the only time a bear is likely to really go for you is if it's a mother bear and she thinks her cubs are in danger because of you. Then she will fuck you up. But if you play dead, most bears will just get bored and leave. They won't stick around. And they'll try and avoid you at any cost anyway, so... You know, just stay out of their way, they'll stay out of yours. There's a video of a bear that's reversed, so it's putting the bins back. I love that video. My favourite bear video is the one of the rescued bear cub who makes friends with a rescued raccoon. For obvious reasons. And anyone that follows me on Twitter will have seen me using GIFs from that video to reply to Longfang when he's having a bad day. But yeah, those two are actual friends, the bear and the bear and the raccoon, which is just adorable. Buffalo scare me. That is fair. See, I find creatures like buffaloes, bulls, cows way scarier than things like bears. Because the bovines, they're just angry. And boars, yeah, boars also quite scary. Those gifts are cute. Oh, thank you. I made those gifs myself from the video. Sat and watched the video and recorded clips of it on my phone so that I could gif them. Okay, do you have leg on show? Yes, you do. You are exposing your leggies. I'm quite happy with the progress I've made this evening. Like, this is normally a 2-hour stream. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to the end of the grey rats. So this one and then 2 more, and then I'll finish up. But the fact that there's only 2 more after this one feels like a good amount of progress in comparison to how long it took me to paint everything yesterday. It probably isn't, because yeah, that took me 4 hours to paint one colour on 21 minis. And this is gonna be 2 and probably a half, I'd wager, hours to paint one colour on a third of that amount of miniatures. I find buffalo are too far away to be afraid of. Moose, on the other hand, oh yeah, moose are terrifying. Moose are what happens when a deer escapes from hell. Satan's personal deer army. It's actually just moose. Moose are quite common in Canada, aren't they? People make all these jokes about how Canadians are polite to a fault, but they have some of the scariest fucking animals. Because Canadian geese are just evil incarnate. So angry. Moose are a lot bigger than people assume. Yeah, they are. They're massive. The satanic deer thing doesn't extend to their size. They are not as small as deer. They are absolutely massive. Really imposing creature. In every way that matters. Put the link to the Tom Scott video about bears in Discord. Awesome, thank you, Torpor. Exposed legs? How scandalous, I know! Just got a bunch of slut rats here today. Herbivores will stand their ground and fuck you up. Predators are the ones who will bugger off as they can't risk being injured, yeah. Most dangerous animal on Earth, the hippo, is a herbivore. Yeah, hippo's also fucking terrifying. Okay, I think this friend is done. 2 more. 2 more. But I need more paint. I'm not very good at estimating how much paint I need to batch paint stuff. I wonder if that will change.
Goodbye.
Oh. No worries at all, Tidders. You take care. Thank you so much for being here. It's been lovely to have you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm genuinely really happy with how this grey recipe has come out as well. Like, it's got just enough blue in it. At least I think so. Oh shit, Crypt of the Necrodancer sequel. Yes! There've been utterances about that for a while now, haven't there? I take it there's been an announced trailer. Rift of the Necrodancer. Nice. I wonder if that's going to lean into the stuff with Cadence of Hyrule. I loved Cadence of Hyrule, for the record. Really good little game. A full-on rhythm game, including rhythm boss battles. Amazing. No worries at all, Panda. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you again for the bits. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and that you have fun with Horizon Forbidden West. Oops. Got some grey on the finger there. It's okay, we can fix that. I think that's fur poking out. So we'll get that in as well. If it wasn't fur, it is now. Oh, it might actually be spikes, but nope, it's fur now. I've decided. On this side, it does actually go beyond the edge of the helm, so I think it is actually fur. Okay. It's just a bit too consistent. Okay, fixed. The legendary Super Skaven. Yes, love it. Humble has a cozy games collection. Oh, I'll have to check that out and see if there's anything on there that I don't already own. Okay, let's have a look at these legs. That is a bare leggy with foot armor. Can tell because there's no like overlapping bit back of the leg. Cool. One little grey leggy. Oh, wicked. Thank you, Topo. Oh, okay. Maybe it's just not very well detailed. Or he's only got one piece of leg armor on. Because he's got leg armor on this leg. Well, this is a change of pace. Oh no, there is definitely just leg armor on one leg. What the heck, rats? Why do you not properly equip your rattos? Got a little bit of the tail that didn't get painted there. There we go. Okay, it looks like it's got armor up to the knee on this leg. They're properly equipped. Their more difficult to fight when they try to backstab you. Fair point, well made. Got a little bit of the armor in there, I think. You know what? It makes more sense to paint the whole leg and just have the foot armor. That's what I'm gonna do. Because honestly, I can't tell if the leg armor I thought I could see was just a quirk of the design of the mini or not. Because now I can't see it anymore. And this is so much easier to do without the painting handle. I've never heard the word knob said so many times. Yeah, me either. Most bizarre fantasy nursery rhyme ever. Okay, that's both the legs done. Now you can go back on the handle so I can paint your arms. There's something really satisfying about managing to do like a full swish with the brush and it just coming out nice and clean. I don't know if it's just me that's like that, but here's the Ace Combat 2 sound invitation tracks. Enjoy 15 minutes of arranged 90s J butt rock. Amazing, Rocket, thank you. It's from an album of music inspired by Discworld. Really? Well, I'll have to check that album out later then. I mean, that explains a lot. Never played Gorkamorka then, only game where two grown men can argue about whose knob is harder for 3 hours in public and no one bats an eye. Ah! So, I haven't played Gorkamorka. However, my partner, Slow, and I did, using the Only War rule set, build a Gorkamorka RP, which we ran for charity on one of my first ever streams. Some folks in chat may actually remember that. We had Unity come in and fill in for somebody that wasn't able to make it. Yeah. We DM'd it together, so one of us was Gork, one of us was Gork, one of us was Mork. It was good fun. We didn't get to finish the mission because we ran out of time, but I think everybody had fun, and that's the important thing. There were things that we wanted to improve about the system, but we never really bothered to take it anywhere because nobody else was playing it. It's not like it was for a campaign or anything like that. I want to do an orc voice for hours on end again. I may have streamed Blood and Teeth with a friend. Oh, that's amazing. I played a little bit of Blood Shooters and Teeth when the demo came out. I had a lot of fun with it, but it's not really my usual kind of game. I love orcs, I really do. Prefer well, squigs are my favourite, but I prefer goblins to orcs, but I love orcs. I love everything about them. I love the way they work. I love the way their tech works. So who was the brutal but cunning one and who was the cunning but brutal one? We'll never tell, Hans. We will never tell. Well, slow might. And maybe that gives you all the information you need. Speed Freaks is really fun. Got on the beta for that. Oh, awesome! Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm quite happy to see more Warhammer games where the default player character isn't a Space Marine. I mean, you know, Space Marines have carried the brand for a long time, but there's so many of us that do not give a shit about them and would love to see other races get the limelight for a little while. Squig Truck is super fun. Oh, awesome. I can officially say pressure washers are fun. Are we talking specifically in, is it just called Pressure Washing Sim? Or are we talking in real life? Because in real life, yes! I have pressure washed some things in my time and it is fun. It's oddly satisfying. You are the only support vehicle and you can launch squigs to heal your buddies and damage enemies. I love that. I love that. Okay. I'm gonna have to play Speed Freaks at some point then. Even if I'm crap at it, I'm gonna have to give it a go, because that sounds absolutely amazing and right up my street. Because I tend to, when I'm in cooperative games, I tend to go for the healing builds or the support builds where I can. I like playing the support characters. Okay, I think that's them done. Yeah. One rat remains. Dawn of the final rat. Oh, good grief, he's naked! He's not, he's got a loincloth, but he's not as covered as I was expecting him to be. Avert your eyes, chat. Twitch don't ban me. Surprisingly easy to pick up. I'm terrible at both shooters and driving games, and I got good real quick. It's a terror with the Deathkiller trike. Actually, being an Orc fan, I have pictures of one of my favourite kit bashes ever. If you would like to see it, of course, Justin, I would love to. Would love to. See, that's why I love Orcs as a faction so much, is because everybody who plays Orcs kit bashes at least one thing in their lifetime. And they're all fucking amazing. Let's have a look. Oh, wow! That is fab! Okay, I'm gonna keep that to one side so that I can follow you on Instagram later. I hope you don't mind. It's called the Compensator. Amazing name. Love it. Love it. I feel so filthy. Brushing a rat's bottom live on stream. What has the world come to, everybody? Ah, you're all good. Army included 15 custom-built cyborgs I used as bikes back before the Beast Snagger Boys. Oh, that's awesome! Very clever as well. This rat is literally in there under crackers. I'll do that bit in a minute. That's a little bit difficult to get to whilst they're on the handle. Fiance's sister is doing Evil Sons and scrap building a stomper for her. Oh my god, that's awesome. I am... Oh, before I moved, I was in the process of building a stomper from scratch, using plasticard and sprue bits. But it wasn't going to be a functional stomper, and I wasn't going to use it in an army. It was actually going to be a piece of terrain for keeping my squigs in. And a couple of folks in the community very kindly sent me all of their spare sprues to help me build it. I will get back on with that project at some point. It's not one that I was doing on stream because I don't have the desk space for it. It's slightly larger than your average stomper because it's not designed to be actually used in tabletop. It doesn't have to conform to the normal scales of things, which meant I could make it bigger so that I could fit more squigs in it. But the plan is for it to be like a mostly destroyed stomper that has been turned into basically like a little squig playpen as part of the running thing, which is Old Zogwart's Squig Sanctuary. It's where all the squigs go to retire. It is not an AoS thing, it is not a 40k thing, it is a thing out of time and dimension that I made up to explain why I have so many squigs of so many different varieties with such bizarre paint schemes. I should definitely put some beards on my squigs. I actually got a little tree for the sanctuary as well that I was going to make some hair squigs to hang off of it. Don't know if I ever actually told anybody about that plan. I was gonna get like some. You can get clip-in hair extensions fairly cheaply, and I was gonna get a packet of them from like Claire's Accessories or whatever, and put magnets in them so I could have little magnetized hair squigs. Hair squigs are the best squigs they are. They're fab. I'm quite fond of, is it mimic squigs as well? The ones that look like parrots. Like the ships that are sunk to make coral reefs. Exactly, Hans. I was also going to modify all of the squig herders so that they look less like they're abusing the squigs and more like they're actually taking care of the squigs. And then I was going to give them all uniforms. Like, I had a lot of plans for the Squig Sanctuary, and because of moving house, they've just not come to fruition. But they will do eventually. I also had plans for, like, a Patreon-based multimedia thing where you could, like, adopt a squig, and then you'd get a little pack with a picture of the squig, and you'd get monthly updates on how your squig was doing in the sanctuary and stuff like that. But I'd need to like hire artists and stuff for that, and that requires money that I don't have. Your Squigs plus Wibs Grot Rebellion. Yeah, we have had conversations about the size of our relative collections in the past. Usually comes down to, well, I can't judge you, and I wholeheartedly support you in buying more of the thing that you like. Much to the dismay of everybody else in the group chat. Oh, bless you, thank you very much, Jotten. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, I do have a logo. So logos are a thing I'm okay at doing myself. It's like more complicated art pieces, for want of a better description, that I tend to struggle with. Um yeah, logo wise, all good. And every squig that I paint gets their name written in Orcish on their base as well, so I'm getting pretty good at the Orcish alphabet. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind for when the time comes and I can start thinking about gearing that up again. Thank you very much for offering. Oh, God, I've run out of grey again. I've gotten pretty close to the end, and then this one just had to be naked. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about the standard bearer for this army, actually. Because I know I want to try and come up with a custom clan icon for them. But I've been doing a bit of reading trying to figure out what the clan icon should look like, and Skaven lore is dense. Do you know the name or theme of your friend's clan? So, he's not given them a name, and he's not given them a theme. However, I have a rough idea of his preferences where it comes to Skaven. He's kind of given me free rein to just paint them, however, which is a little nerve-wracking. But I was thinking something that incorporates elements of the Graciers and Clan Pestilence. Because that feels most appropriate based on his preferences. I got like a bunch of runes and stuff, and all of the assorted symbols that GW have ever presented as being part of Skaven iconography. Sounds like a clan from Vermintide 2, really? I'll be honest with you, I played a lot of Vermintide, haven't really played a lot of Vermintide 2. But that Clan Festa, okay, I'll take a look. Thank you. That could actually really help. Oh, this snaky rat is gonna kill me. You just had to go and have it all on display, didn't you? Not mixed enough paint for you. Small subsidiary of Clan Pestilence. Cool, I'll have a look into their iconography then, thank you. Okay, we're going to need to take them off of the painting handle, I think. Yeah. Okay. Get that leg done first. The inside of that leg as well. Trying to do this without blocking the light is hard. Sorry, folks.
Bye bye.
No worries at all, Jotun. It's been lovely to have you. Thank you so much for the follow and for chatting with us. It's been absolutely fantastic. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay. Oh, got a big old bit under the arm there that we need to get. Ooh. Hmm. There we go. Now we just got to do the chin. You know what? I need to rest my hand here, so. think we're good. It's a little bit that needs an extra touch up on this arm. And then we're done. And then I'll be sending you off to somebody else. Oh, I missed a little bit of the inside leg there as well. By the looks. There we go. 2.5 hours, I was right. To paint 2, 4, 6, 7 rats. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'll take that. Things always take longer when you're on stream, because, you know, doing other stuff as well as painting, so... Actually, no, I'm going to leave that open because I am going to do some more painting tonight. Yeah, we've got our first batch of rats furred. Oh, you're most welcome, Kian. I hope you've had a nice time. I know it's been another subdued one, and doesn't feel like I've made loads of progress, but, you know, progress is progress, and I need to remind myself of that. Couple of things that I need to do. Before we finish up properly.
Goodbye, everybody.
There is a giveaway active on the stream. It's for a copy of Guidonia. I can see one person has entered already. Just in case anybody didn't know that there was a giveaway active and would like to enter, this is your last chance. I will give you to the count of... Well, I'll count from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And a little bit for the lag, just in case. Giveaway is closed. Shit! You were just slightly too late there, Rocket. Okay. You know what? For the sake of fair competition and the fact that it was literally as I pressed the button that you entered, both entrants have purchased 10 tickets, so it's a 50-50 chance. I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Give me a second. I've just got to go and get a D6. I'll knock over a can of compressed air while I'm at it. Okay. Odds, Cypher wins. Evens, Rocket wins. Let's see if the dice gods like Rocket as much as Stream Elements does. Answer is yes. Evens. The Master Thief has indeed struck again. Congratulations, Rocket. I will send you your code a little bit later. Well then. Who'd have thought, eh? Right. I will be back on Friday. Friday is Monkey Island Sea of Thieves Day for me. It actually comes out tomorrow, but I don't stream Thursdays. So, on Friday, 6 PM UK time, this channel, I, Longfang, and possibly also Wib will be here, sailing for adventure on the big blue wet thing. And guess what? I am dressing for the occasion. So, please, please do come along. Watch me get excited about Monkey Island yet again. and support me wearing one of my more uncomfortable on-stream outfits. Hey, Tortle! I take it you've been lurking. You're most welcome. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Oh, I will, Hans. You know I will. Okay, right. Let's find someone to send you lovely folks off to. And while that's loading up, thank you again, everyone, for coming along today. Special thank you to Ruby for the raid earlier, to Jocelyn Art and Jackal's Howl for the follows, to Buff, Nikki, and Panda for the resubs and the bits. Seriously, thank you everyone for supporting the channel in all the ways that you do. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for just being here and hanging out. Be that in the Lurkers Lounge or otherwise. Genuinely, just having you folks around is more than I could ever ask for, and I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate you. So thank you. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Who can I send you to? I'll tell you what. Let's go for something immensely nerdy and more than likely very chill. Let's go and see our very own Tidders. Now, some of you, I don't know why, but you may not be following Tidders. If you do want to join in on the raid and you're not already following Tids, there's a link to its channel so that you can hop along in your own time. It's playing some Destiny 2. Always a good time. Tidders is a massive Destiny lore nerd. There we go. And a very, very skilled Destiny 2 player as well. So, well worth a watch. And a follow if you're not already. I think I've already said all of the things I need to say, so all that's left for me to do is say thank you once again, everyone, for coming along today. Thank you for your patience, considering I've got no face cam yet again. And hopefully I'll see you all on Friday. But as always, until I do see you next, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, wash your fucking paintbrushes, and have a wonderful rest of your week, everyone. However you're spending it. Now, go say hi to Tidders for me. I'm gonna go get some dinner.